Hi girls, it is Toks here from Watered Seed. Welcome to another conversation at Watered Seed. Now today I wanted us to discuss just some back to school basics, some of the conversations that we've had before. Now that the kids are going back to school, I wanted to touch on these 5 things which I think is very crucial for them as they go back to school. So join us, let's dive in. Hello girls, oh my goodness, it has been so busy. I have never been this busy in the whole of my entire life, but I wanted to make this video today just to kind of speak to the girls as you go back to school. I'm sure that most of you are excited. I'm excited for my kids as well, that they get to go to school because I get some free time finally. But I wanted to talk about 5 things that we had discussed in the past. So parents, if you could please guide the girls as they watch this video. What would be lovely as well was if you have a pen and paper and kind of just write things down as they come to you, and I think it would really help you as you go back to school. Now the 5 things that I wanted to discuss, which obviously if you listen to me and my conversation, the importance of self, and this self relates to who we are. So as you go back to school, I want you to remember and talk to yourself in regards to who am I, who are you? As you go back to school, what are the things that define who you are? I know sometimes we use attributes to define who we are, which is I'm kind, I'm calm, I like my peace, I don't like too much noise. As you're listening to me now, it would be good for you to kind of just write it down on a paper to ask yourself, who am I? And to be able to just scribble underneath who you are, the things that really define you, because it is very important to understand as we live through our lives, as we live through the experiences that we have in life, to remember who we are, to remember the attributes of what defines us, not what other people say we have to be, but really just in this time as you're watching this video, what comes to your mind in regards to who you are, who am I? Now the number 2 thing that I wanted us to discuss is again part of the self, which is the fact of self-worth and self-respect and also self-knowledge. Now all of this self-attributes go hand in hand, is to remember our self-worth, which is the fact that we're worth so much more than than money. Our quality, we're quality. God has created us unique individuals. There is only one of you, there is only one of me. So I want you to understand your self-worth, that you are worth so much. Money can't buy it. I want you, while you're thinking about self-worth, to also think about self-respect. How do I self-respect myself? Do I respect myself? Do I respect my thoughts? So again, like I said, because I know you have a pen and a paper, I want you to write self-worth, and I want you to write down the things that make you feel worthy of yourself. As if when you've achieved something, just kind of scribble it down. It might not be the things that I'm talking about. You might have better ideas in regards to what builds your self-worth, and I want you to kind of scribble that down. Also in regards to self-respect, I want you to write down how you would like to be treated. Would you like to be treated with kindness? Would you like to be treated, with calmness, and all of these different qualities in regards to how you would like to be treated? I want you to scribble that down on your paper. Now the 3rd thing that I mentioned in regards to self, and I wasn't sure if it was self-knowledge that I mentioned, is that as we grow older, we need to have a good knowledge about ourselves. We need to be conscious in regards to the things that we like and the things that we don't like. This is part of our strengths and our weaknesses. So on that paper as well, I want you to write down self-knowledge, and I want you to write down, what do you know about yourself? Now I'm not talking about things like the day you were born or those kind of things. I'm talking about really, what do you know about yourself in regards to the things that you like, the things that are your strengths, the things that you're absolutely good at, and also the things that you're not so good at. Because it's okay for us to have weaknesses in some areas. That's fine. We're not perfect, remember, but it's also okay for us to be able to identify what those weaknesses are. So I want you to write down that sheet of paper as well, all of these 3 self-attributes that we've discussed, and just write out how it applies to you, how it relates to you. When you look at those self-attributes, what do you think about when it comes to yourself? Now number 3 that I wanted to talk about is beauty. Now I had a video a couple of weeks ago with my niece, and we kind of discussed beauty and what do we understand by beautiful. As you go back to school, you're going to see your friends, you're going to see different people, and then you're going to be able to appreciate the different types of beauty. And that's okay, because beauty is diverse. Beauty is not just one color, it's not just one attribute, it's not just one, size. Beauty is just diverse, it could be different things. So I want you to write down on that paper, beautiful. What makes you beautiful? What is the most beautiful attributes or qualities about you? And just write that down on paper again, because I think we need to be careful not to fall into the TV personalities idea of beauty. We need to open our mind, because beauty can be categorized into different things, and so we need to open our mind in regards to that. And I want you girls to open your mind as well in regards to what beauty is to you and the beauty that you see in other people. So on your paper, I want you to write what makes you beautiful. What do you understand by beauty? Number 4 is friendship. This is really important to me, friendship, because having the right friends plays an important part in all of our lives. And as you go back to school, I know that you might have had some friends before COVID, and perhaps now you're thinking about things and you're asking yourself, are this really my true friends? And that's okay. It's okay to have this conversation, but I want you to write down, what are the attributes of a good friend to you? What do you want in a friend? Do you want a friend that you can trust? Absolutely. Do you want a friend that is emotionally available for you or to you? Which means that every time there's something wrong with you, or most times there's something wrong with you, they're able to support you. They're there for you to talk to them about. Or do you want a friend that is reciprocal, which is the fact that, when you show them kindness and you show them love, you kind of expect that back, because that's what friendship is about anyway. What is important for you when it comes to friendship? Right? Is it someone that you can work together? Is it someone that you can play sports together? Is it, you decide what that is. But I want you in this moment in time to be present in regards to this conversation. And I want you to write down what you want in a friend. Is that simple? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because for me, friendship for me is, is trust. It's, it's a lot of respect. Is our love for God together, because, that is part of what defines me. So what is it that defines you in regards to your friendship? And the 5th, the last but not the least, is our purpose. What is your purpose? I know that you might ask yourself and tell yourself, I'm too young. What do you mean by purpose? Believe me, my darling, every person on this earth is here for a reason. We are all here for a reason. Now, your purpose might not be defined completely now. Either you're 8, 9, 10, it might not be defined now. But this is the journey. This is the step that we take in identifying that purpose. So how do we identify our purpose? As you write that topic down and you write that header down in that paper that you have, purpose, and I want you to write it down. What is my purpose? Because our purpose is sometimes tied to the things that we do best, the things that we love the most, the things that make us shine and, lighten up when we hear about it. That is our purpose. Now, at this stage, it might not be defined. And even sometimes when the things that make us lighten up is not our purpose, that thing will lead us to our purpose. Do I make sense? Do you think you understand what I'm saying? So what I want you to do as you go back to school is that I want you, as part of finding your purpose, to be the best that you can be. To be the best in everything possible that you can be. Now, if your best is 100% in your work, strive for it. If your best is 60% in your work, knowing that you've given it your best, that's fine as well. All I want you to do as you go back to school, as you're ready for this term, is that I want you to think about my purpose and being the best that I can be, because that goes a long way. That is part of our culture. That is part of the thing that defines us. So girls, I really hope that, I know that this is a really quick video, but I'm hoping that as you watch it, you can pause it and kind of go through and say, oh, what do I need to add here? What do I need to do here? And the rest of it. And then have the conversation with mum and dad in regards to, this is what I've written, what do you think about it? And you can discuss it. Now, after you've finished with all that, all the things that you've written, I want you to take it and I want you to stick it beside your bed, or maybe beside your, bedside table, wherever is convenient for you. I want you to stick it there so that every morning when you wake up, you can look at it and say, what is beautiful to me? What do I want in a friend? What is my purpose? And you're able to read that either first thing in the morning or last thing at night before you go to bed. That is what I want you to do. So I really, really hope that you guys have a lovely time going back to school. I'm excited, I'm telling you. And I hope you guys are excited as well. So I will see you guys soon. I hope you've enjoyed our conversation. See you later. Bye.